And then after that, He will bring them back to Canaan. Most probably, He said that. And most probably, that's the basis of Joseph also in deciding that he will live in Egypt. The Lord has blessed him there, but he knows that one day, the children of Israel are going to go back. Kaya nga, makikita natin na may pagpapatuloy ang mga henerasyon. Although there is a silent a time between Joseph and Moses, yung mga ibang generation walang sinabi. Kasi ang sabi ng Panginoon, 400 years they will be under slavery. And so in Exodus chapter 1 verse makikita natin that there was a continuity of the generations until the generation of the deliverer, which was Moses. In between that, in Exodus chapter 1 verse 6, then Joseph died, and all his brothers and all that generation. But the descendants of Israel were fruitful and increased greatly. They multiplied and grew exceedingly strong, so that the land was filled with them. Now there arose a king over Egypt who did not know Joseph. So hindi niya alam kung ano yung special na ginawa ni Joseph. And this generation would experience persecution and oppression of the leader of the nation that was once a place of refuge for Jacob and his children. Ang sumunod was a time of hardship, labor. They were persecuted. Exodus chapter 1 verse 9, and he said to his people, behold, the people of Israel are too many and too mighty for us. Come, let us deal shrewdly with them, lest they multiply, and if war befall us, they join our enemies and fight against us and escape from the land. Therefore, they set taskmasters over them to afflict them with heavy burdens, and they built for Pharaoh store cities Pithom and Ramesses. But the more they were oppressed, the more they multiplied, and the more they spread abroad, and the Egyptians were in dread of the people of Israel. So they made the people of Israel serve with rigor, and made their lives bitter with hard service, in mortar and brick, and in all kinds of work in the field. In all their work they made them serve with rigor. It was hundreds of years of oppression and slavery that they had to undergo. But by faith, there were some people there that believed that one day there was going to be a deliverer. And yung mga naniniwala na yon, isa sa mga yon ay ang mga magulang ni Moses. Kaya when Moses was born, although it was also a time of the murder of the Hebrew boys, the Lord gave favor na si Moses, kahit mapadala siya dun sa Nile, according to what the Pharaoh said, hindi siya mamamatay. Exodus 1:22, then Pharaoh commanded all his people, every son that is born to the Hebrews you shall cast into the Nile, but you shall let every daughter live. Then the king of Egypt said to the Hebrew midwives, one of whom was named Sifra and the other Puah, when you serve as midwife to the Hebrew women, and see them upon their birth stools, if it is a son, you shall kill him. But if it is a daughter, she shall live. So in the midst of the murder of the Hebrew boys, that was also the time when a deliverer was going to be born. God is in control of all things. If there can be lawlessness, there can be murder, there can be a generation of those that will not seek God, but God still is in control. And there were just people who lived by their faith in their generation. To assure the protection over the deliverer, the Lord brought the fear of the Lord to the midwives. That's why they didn't kill Moses. The midwives feared God and did not do so as the king of Egypt commanded them, but let the male children live. Ano po ang makikita natin sa mga pagtuturo ng Panginoon sa mga henerasyon na ito?